But you understand what I mean, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Cause that why? Like I don't understand anymore. My brain is broken.
Well, there's reasons why he used to get punched in the face a lot. Just ask Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah, but why?
Because Piers Morgan's just a fundamental fuckwit.
Yeah, but that still doesn't address the underlying concern, Farty.
Well, he's also under the fucking thumb of the BBC too, and we all know they're a bunch of fucking Nazi fucks.
Yeah, yeah, that is true.
And
Um,
not Nazis like they reckon in fucking Minnesota. Actual fucking Nazis.
yeah.
It's
So
Kirsteimer,
um,
the Fuhrer, Kirsteimer, who thinks that he's going to still have power once the Muzzos get in control, and they're just going to fucking put him in the gulag and shit too. Because dumb fuck communists don't understand that, like, yes, I'll vote for communism, and then they just wipe you out. So that when you fucking realise that, oh shit, this was the wrong thing to do, the agitators aren't there anymore.
yeah. Um, yeah, there's a lot to get into today. First off, this is the throwaway topic. This is the one Farty doesn't really have any like say in, but it might yield some interesting top discussion. I think.
Hmm.
Games Workshop. You know about Games Workshop, right?
Yeah, we don't have it
Okay.
out here, so yeah, that's. I was just thinking you were going to get onto American politics, and I was going to throw the whole fucking yeah, but you Yanks need to realise what you cunts do there fucking affects the rest of the world. So yes, we do have a dog in the fucking race. Yeah, no, not in this one.
Yeah. So Games Workshop has been kind of like on my shit list for a while. A while back, and earlier, like mid 2025, not posted, they published a codex, which is basically just a set of rules for one of their Warhammer 40,000 armies. And there was a excuse me, there was a change in the codex that specifically stated that there were women in this one particular group of enhanced superhumans
I think you
called
mentioned this like about a year ago or so.
yeah. So there was this whole big kerfuffle on on Games Workshop, Games Workshop as I call them, because they're based in the UK. They may as well
Gays wank
be.
shop,
Yeah, there you go. Gaze woke shop.
wank shop,
Um, no, woke shop, dude. Woke shop. It
wank
fits.
woke wank
Okay.
shop.
Okay. Fine. Um, but they did this whole female thing, and then they started like banning people who, or not banning, but like um what was it, blocking accounts that were asking um legitimate questions about you know about where the lore change happened, why the lore change happened, and they didn't want to deal with it, so they just started blocking people. And they don't ever leave their comment section unguarded now. They leave their comment section like hard closed. And that's how you know they're fucking bitch made. And so yesterday, Friday, for us, it was like early Saturday morning for um no, it would have still been late Friday evening for the UK. They released, or maybe it was this morning US time and like midday UK time. I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from that fucking track because I'm just gonna fucking ramble. But this weekend they did, either it was yesterday, this morning, they released images of the female of the female super soldiers that were in this new thing they're doing. They released models of these things, and I'm like, you do realize this is just enabling the blue haired the blue hair group.
I was just
And
going to ask, are they all big fat piggers or something?
oh god, no, but they all look like men. So the torsos have some very clear boobage. Hang on.
Boobage. Boobs.
Hang on. All you got to do is search up female custodes and you'll see models. Hang on. So like the first the first thing was the stupid, oh, we're going to gaslight all the fucking um is this one? Nope, that ain't one. We're gonna gaslight all the customers into believing we've always had female custodies models, and we've always had female custodies, and that was never the case in the story that they had, put down in black and white. And anytime you decide you want to ignore your story's rules, um, you've kind of just fucked yourself, right? You have stated you have come out of the you have come out swinging, saying the rules of this world don't matter. And if the rules don't matter, why should I invest in the story? Why should I invest my time in it? Why should I invest in the game? Because if the story doesn't matter, then why do the rules of the game matter? And to that end, if the rules of the game doesn't matter, then why should I buy your models?
Why not just use the
Um,
old version?
oh, you can. And there are still people who play like second edition or first edition. Um, here's one of them. I found it. I found it. So this is, oh God, I hate that I'm about to show you this image because I do not want this person to get any fucking any more notoriety than she already has. She's one of the fucking blue hair group's like main protagonists for this campaign. Um
Uh,
so
she's a super mega fugly with a busted hemorrhoid twist. Just to say
yeah.
her name, you've got to be half pissed. If I crack the fat for her, I'd amputate my dick because she's a super mega fugly with a busted hemorrhoid twist.
Oh, my friend Kyle's mom is a big fat bitch and the biggest bitch in the whole wide world.
Fucking hell, that looks like fucking, yeah, that does definitely look like a bloody dude.
That's Sharon Bufflowski for sure. But like you can tell there's like clear boobage here, right? Like this is not male armor. That face sculpt is terrible. Terrible. I'm not saying you shouldn't have female models in Warhammer. You already had female models in Warhammer. You had you have three. There's at least three factions with female models in Warhammer. And so now it's become, oh, we've got gender representation in there. Well, guess what? It's not there for you. It's there to appease your shareholders or to appease fucking the shareholders of Games Workshop. They put it in there for those shareholders. Why? Because they think line will go up. And if they virtue signal hard enough to the blue hair group, they're going to keep that line going up. And that's just not the way activists think. They think in screaming. They think that if I just say a thing, I'm supporting a thing. And I'm not really upset about this. I am a little passionate about it, but I'm not really upset about it because I parted ways with Games Workshop when they started blocking people for asking about the origin, and maybe instead of just ignoring the rules of your game and the world the game lives in, and pretending that the rules of that world don't matter, um then maybe I would have been inclined to I would have happily helped them write their way out of that hole. But instead they decided the rules didn't matter, and so they don't have to follow any rules and they can just do what they want, and that will lead to bad writing. And I can promise the next edition, which is about a year away, the next edition is going to be dumb. 10th edition was kind of dumb. They really scaled down a lot of the rules of the game and made it just kind of hard to live with. The lore was still decent enough for most of the codexes that were released that year, for like the first year. And then there was a notable dip in reading quality. So I gave up reading the stuff, and now I don't want to even watch any of the lore videos because now I just know that it's ultimately, oh well, we're just gonna do whatever we want. Okay, well you do that, and I will treat you as I treat Disney. I do not do anything Disney. Sorry for the tirade, party. But
I'm just trying to look up. There's this fucking action actor from Australia. The fucking bloody. There's three cunts that look about the same. There's James Rain, and there's this bloke who fucking angry something fucking rather. I can't remember his name. It's not Angry Anderson, but he looks a hell of a lot like that fucking character, and it's a dude.
mm,
Who's this cunt?
it was Des. It was. I just wanted to get. It was a throwaway topic, and I wanted to get it out of the way early because Farty didn't really have anything to say about it because Farty doesn't really care. The new models are stupid, and it boils down to I'm not giving GW any more of my time or attention. They don't deserve it because they, yes, all the most annoying people are celebrating it. But when you make a stance that, oh, this has always been the case, and you gaslight your customers, you gaslight people who would potentially be buying into your ecosystem, and then you turn around and try to get rid of the people who you really need for your ecosystem to thrive. Um, I can't be a part of it. I really can't.
Fuck Google.
Um,
Oh, actually, here we go.
did you find
This
a
cunt.
party?
Yep, this cunt. Fucking. You ever
Henry
remember a
Cavill?
TV show? It was very, very short lived. It was called Highwayman. And it was about these two truck drivers, and one of them had like the cab of his truck fucking bloody turns into it, like it has a helicopter mounted in front of it and could launch the helicopter out of the fucking off the prime
Mm.
mover. Fucking, he was in
No,
that.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh like I said, it was a fucking obscure fucking TV show. I think it only went for like half a fucking season, but it
Yeah.
was pretty cool. In the meantime, anyway, this can't hear.
Mm.
Hang on.
Yep.
suppose I should probably just hang on. Get a better picture of this.
I have
Fucking
never heard of it. I've never seen it. Maybe I'll watch it when I'm done watching The Blacklist.
here we go. And
Oh my god! So you're gonna make me share again, Farty? You
yeah,
suck.
it's the cunt with the MP5.
Okay, make it bigger. Why does dude look like he's got fucking he's constipated?
Yeah, that was his shtick. He was always pissed off.
Okay.
That's why I said like angry something, the bloody rather. But fucking in actual
That's what
fact,
that model looks like. Yeah.
if you zoom out, that's well, there's that there. That's the front of the truck with the helicopter in it. It's an Aerospatiale Gazelle.
Yeah.
Anyway, just saw that fucking thing. I was like, I know that fucking face from somewhere.
Dester says he looks. Dester says he saw exactly one episode. He looks like he's missing teeth. Probably.
Yeah.
It'd be great for blowjobs. You never get fucking teeth scraping your dick.
Yeah, that's probably why he's got a pissed off look on his face. You know, fucking. He keeps getting bashed in the back of the throat. Unlike most cricketers, he's had more balls in his face than fucking Rock Hudson.
Damn. Hudson 10.
Had more balls to his face than fucking Bob Hawke, former Prime Minister.
Yeah. So
that was funny. Yeah, that was funny because like, there was this one time where fucking Bob Hawke, after he was Prime Minister, went and did this charity game for cricket, and someone bowled a fast one, and it went straight up through the gap between the face guard and the brim of his fucking helmet, clocked him fair in the face.
Ouch.
Suck the fuck in, you Labourite cunt.
Oh man. Yeah, that's good. That makes me feel good. There's been a couple of things in the news in the last 24 hours, and a couple. There's come on, Farty. It's not that much. The two big things I wanted to focus on were I had a thought today, and it's not like this is damning evidence thing. This is not like a gotcha, or it's not even anything I can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt because I really can't. But I had a thought today. And the thought that I had today was, what if like Saudi Arabia and the UAE were just like had all of these scholarship programs just to kind of send the bad actors out of the country and then cut all of them off when they were all gone finally. And so I'm thinking, what if Saudi Arabia pulled scholarship funding and grant funding to their students, and then just said that the student program was over because there's too many bad actors there. What if it's because they established the funding and everything to send the bad actors over there?
Well, they didn't really need to do that. There's a lot more fucking dipshit McFuckwits coming in from all sorts of other places to be bothered with that. I would actually just read that on face value and say that because Britain has become too fucking fundamentalist and fucking extremist for their liking, and they don't want those cunts to get fucking bloody indoctrinated over there just to come back to Saudi Arabia and start bringing their woke fucking bullshit and bloody terroristic nonsense, because they've got their own fucking terror problems too, and it's something that's not really reported all that much. It's like there are fucking terrorist issues in Saudi Arabia and the UAE and Jordan and other places like that, but they're trying to keep it under wraps and shit like that because they don't want it.
They're trying to downplay it.
Yeah,
they're trying to downplay it. that was just a passing thought that I had today. It's not one that actually meant anything. It was just like, what if this was a thing? And if it was a thing, I could see it. But if it wasn't a thing, I could also see it. So it's not
Well,
like I was like making the I wasn't
well,
making a statement of it. I was just like, or an indictment of it. I was just kind of like, it
Well,
could
sit
be.
down, boys and girls, and let me tell you about the good old days when every country had what's called sovereignty, you see. And I know this is a foreign concept to you Americans and some of you Brits that might listen in and all this kind of stuff, but some countries like to keep their own culture and their own people and stuff like that. And if
Nope,
other
that's racism.
countries other countries don't seem to go the same way that they think, well, then they might not see them as safe places for people to be recommended to go to. You see, we used to do this with places like the Soviet Union and things of that nature. But I don't know what's happened nowadays. My dementia has gotten a bit harsh, and I can't really remember exactly when it all went wrong. But yes, some countries still believe in that. Weird concept, I know, boys and girls, but it exists.
Yeah, I'm tired of that myself, Dester. Um, but yeah, it was just a passing thing. Um,
well, that thing with Greenland, right? One thing's pretty fucking
if
pretty clear out of that, and this is another one of those Trump's gotcha moment kind of things, is that if they're going to fucking have enough money to fucking defend Greenland, then they've got tons of fucking money to chip into NATO.
so, there's only three realistic roads that I see, and that's just me being like that. That's me being worst case scenario on all three of them. The
Mm,
first realistic road we see is the saber rattling and the bullshit back and forth between the United States and Denmark. That keeps going. Okay, fine, nothing changes. I'm used to that. The other realistic thing that happens as a result of this is possibility number two. Um, United States stops paying NATO and we shut off from the entirety of the world. And we keep our bases intact and we don't pay NATO dues anymore because nobody's paying NATO dues. Why the fuck should the United States be doing that? And subsidizing the countries who either can't or won't pay on top of that. Third branch I see, the third possibility I see, it isn't what people think it is. Reason why we're asking for Greenland right now is very much because of um, national security. It
yeah,
is also very like with a side order of maybe perhaps we should focus on um, ensuring China doesn't have another foothold in the West. And people like the European Union, the EU, the whatever you want to call it, cannot defend that area. If the United States were to just march in and occupy it, there is no single power on earth that would defend Europe over it. China absolutely hates the EU, but they have all of their resources right now dedicated to Australia. They have them all dedicated to Taiwan. Tibet is all but erased from history, which is something that I kind of find a little disturbing. So this third option is the US decides to say to hell with it and they don't invade and they don't take over Greenland, but they get into bed with BRICS. They join BRICS because all of the charter nations in BRICS right now are actually paying their dues. Um, and aligning ourselves with two other massive superpowers would ensure that those other two superpowers stay in their own fucking lane.
Well, there is another ulterior motive to all of this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is historically Greenland has been part of what's called the Gap, or the Greenland Iceland UK Gap.
Right.
And during the Cold War, this was
Mm.
one of the 2 points that Russia could use to get the the Baltic Fleet into the Atlantic. And there's SOSUS between Greenland, Iceland, UK, and then there's across the English Channel and all this kind of stuff, which is the second route. They can go between
Right.
down the channel, or they can go between the gap. Now, if you fucking secure that, then you've basically locked the Baltic Fleet into the Baltic. Sure, submarines can get through, but fucking once they go through the SOSUS, then fucking we know that what type of submarine, where it went through, which direction it's heading, all this kind of stuff, and we can follow it from there. Then usually you'd have fucking attack submarines fucking sitting there waiting for this to happen, and then they just fucking basically follow them on their patrols. So America securing that part is not a fucking dumb idea, especially when the
Right.
Europeans are screaming that the Russians are going to be fucking taking all of Ukraine and will be in Paris by fucking Christmas, which, well, anybody with half a fucking brain knows that that's not going to happen. But it's a good way of fucking up that excuse.
Right.
See? Oh, so you don't want us to secure this part, but I thought you cunts were fucking worried about Russian fucking, the Russians doing this, that, and the other thing. So obviously you're too busy fighting us to give a fuck about the Russians. So there goes that bullshit excuse about fucking Russia being in Paris by Christmas. Especially the French are fucking having a sook.
It's not all that different than the fucking blue hair group screeching to have the Epstein files released before Christmas. Release the Epstein files. And I had one fucking dumbass go, "Oh, you didn't release the Epstein files." I'm like, sure, but that's got nothing to do with the fucking conversation going on right now.
And then the second they release a dozen photos of Slick Willy fucking with little
Yep.
kitties, they're like, "We don't care anymore. We don't care. We don't care."
And you want to know what the funniest part of that all is? Is like the two shit nuggets that decided to like get in on my conversations with other people on Twitter. They were all like, "Oh, I'll release the Epstein files," and like 24 hours later, the Epstein files get released, and not very long after that, those same idiots go and track down their messages to delete them.
Yeah, you should have tagged me, and stuff like that.
I did. You responded to one of them. I don't remember what it was though.
How long ago was that?
Huh?
How long ago was that?
Like 2 months ago.
Yeah, no wonder I can't remember.
Yeah, I barely remember it myself. I just remember they did it, and then Trump released the fucking Epstein files. And like, oh, Trump's just covering. When they find out what's in the Epstein files, they redacted a bunch of it.
Yeah, and then there's all the Mudahar, some ordinary gamer, fucking, that was fucking hilarious because of the first lot that they did redact, they only just did it in like MS Paint or some fucking shit like that, and all you needed to do is go into the source code or copy and paste it into Word, and it was there.
Yeah,
And it was all fucking nothing. It was like just like, and person A went to this bodega in New York City and bought a packet of fucking bubble gum or something like that. It was absolute fucking nonsense, but it was there just to fucking get all the blue-haired cunts fucking, they've redacted most of it. Then there was images missing, and if you just went to the source code on the actual DOJ website and then put in the source code, it'd bring up all the photos, but then you go into the source code itself and just manipulate like one number back, So say the photo number was like 1234567. If you just typed in 1234566, it'd bring up the fucking redacted photos.
Yeah.
And they're all stuff that's already been fucking published in full with no fucking redactions or, eyes covered or anything like that in papers like years ago. So, it was funny as fuck to watch these cunts go off their fucking brains and shit. And, I'm fully expecting that was a Trump thing just to watch them fucking go ape shit. Just for shits and giggles.
Gee, the Clintons ignoring a summons. We'll get to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to actually fucking arrest them and put them in a jail, because why the fuck would that happen?
Yeah.
Like, we will no shit see fucking aliens come down and fucking teach us all how to wank, and give us the best fucking orgasms in the universe that no one's ever fucking figured out before fucking those two cunts go to jail.
Yeah.
Hey, you weirdos have just gotten perverted enough to find out exactly how to get yourselves off properly.
Yeah. It had to be intentional. It was way easier to fucking unredact it. Yeah. I don't know. Incompetence abounds. Okay? Incompetence abounds. There was another thing I wanted to talk. Oh, right. Farty. Did you see?
Who?
Fucking
What?
BlackRock, JP Morgan, basically every big venture capital firm went to Ukraine over the last couple of days to give Silly Zilly his money oneies.
Yeah, they're laundering something.
Either that or they're looking to just own the Ukraine outright.
Well, I hope they do fucking end up start funding this fucking war, and I hope the Russians send them fucking broke.
Oh, I do too. Oh, that would be so awesome. The aliens are going to say they have information on Clinton and randomly commit self-deletion. Right.
That'd be fucking funny if, Hillary tries to have him fucking strangled, and they're just laughing at him and go, "That's not our next stupid."
It'd be even funnier.
Oh yes, keep going. Oh no, don't stop. Oh no, don't stop. Oh no, don't stop. Oh no, don't stop.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't stop. Don't stop.
Even funnier. Yeah, even funnier is if it's not just their sex organs, but that's like how you propose marriage or how you fundamentally get married in their culture. So like wrapping your hand around someone's neck means that you're married automatically.
And not only that, it's like your declaration of submission too. So you're the bitch in the fucking
Right,
relationship.
exactly.
And when they tell you that, they're like, "Oh well, that's all right. You cunts are smooth skin. You built like fucking Ken dolls and stuff like that." And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a giant fucking horse's dick just comes out between their legs or something like that. Like, yeah, you were saying.
That's hilarious.
Bend over. Hello, Ben. How are you today?
Oh, god damn.
Be funny if that was the last name of that little shit that was up the servo during the fucking last few months. His last name's Dover.
Oh god, no, that's not allowed.
Bill will be thrilled until he realizes that it ain't going to suck itself.
Bill would be thrilled.
I think it's Hillary would be the one that'd be thrilled, because I think it's the only fucking dick that she's had in fucking 50 years.
It'll be a whole new Quentin Tarantino movie, Thrill Bill Volume 1.
Actually, I think I've seen that.
I did not have relations with that extraterrestrial. It had relations with me.
Yes, Monica, suck that cigar. Yeah, go on, suck it. Yeah. I know you want to. Suck the smoke out of it, bitch.
Oh my my god.
I bet you fucking Kid Rock's really fucking regretting that he made that fucking I think it was called Presidential Rhymes or some shit like that. And fucking it's like he's talking about fucking sitting on a plane with bloody, and then across the aisle was Bill Clinton, and fucking so they sat back fucking having bloody bongs and fucking drinks and shit, and then the waitresses come out and fuck the pair of them and all this kind of shit. And bet she's fucking a bit embarrassed about siding with that cunt now.
I bet.
Yeah. Kid Rock, he's got the sex rhymes. Kid Rock, he's got the sex rhymes. He's got the
My problem with
presidential
Kid Rock
sex
is that he's always been kind of an idiot.
Yeah, well,
He's always been kind of an idiot. And I
but he's one of those cunts that comes out with some smart shit sometimes, and you're like, holy fuck, I didn't expect that
Yeah,
coming
but
from him.
Farty, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Eh.
It's like I won't discount everything the blue hair group has to say, because
I do.
even they have valid points once in a while, but those valid points once in a while are superseded by the fact that they're complete and utter retards.
See, I've actually seen a personification of that. We used to have this bloke back in my unit called Morris. And fucking he'd be alright most of the time. But then, like, at least once a month, he'd just do something unbelievably fucked up, stupid, or fucking hideously dopey that would fucking completely ruin everything he'd done during, like, the last 30 days or so.
Okay.
It's like there's, like, fucking... it was a funny time. There was one time he actually almost won an eating competition. He would have if he didn't fucking cheat. It was down between him and this other cunt called Hook. And by this point, we'd actually run out of food, and we were just chucking shit like ice cream and mustard and tomato sauce and curry powder and fucking all sorts of whatever we could fucking find in the mess hall, right? And just bowling it up. Like, I got to the mustard part, right? And I did the stupid thing, and after I had a big fucking soup spoon of this shit, I had my mouth and it oxidized, and that was it. That was me. Anyway, but like fucking... But during this, right, they're sitting opposite each other at this like fucking bench table, right? And then fucking bloody Hook's head down, fucking just going for it. Morris initially is fucking head down, going for it. And then this all sort of happened in slow motion. You see Morris look up, see that he's fucking hideously losing, looks down at his shit, looks back up, and then the expression changed on his face to like, you fucking cunt! Oh. And then you just saw him fucking jerk his bloody hip. Hooks just fucking spat everything out of his fucking mouth all over fucking Morris, grabs his nuts, falls over on the bench seat on the floor, fucking crying and fucking choking on his fucking mass that's in his throat. Everyone's now looking at me as the medic like, think you got to go clear his airways. Like, I'm not putting my mouth near that cunt. Fucking. Anyway, so yeah, clearly Morris had just fucking booted him in the nuts under the table to fucking try and win. It's like shit like that, you know?
Right.
It's kind of like what the blue hair cunts are like, you know? They'll be complete fucking cunts the whole bloody time, though. And then they'll just say one bloody thing, but it gets overshadowed by the cuntness.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be that one, like, oh yeah, you've got a valid, smart point here. Oh, you're still being a dumb shit about it. Okay, cool. That's what book we're reading today. Got it.
It's like, yeah, we used to break into the Q store, like the neighbouring unit's Q store, and pinch their shit. And no one fucking cared because it was shiny kit syndrome, and as long as it stayed, like, as long as we weren't selling it down a disposal store, they didn't give a fuck because it was still in the army, right?
Right.
Didn't care who had it, it was still in the army. And then fucking Morris gets fucking caught fucking selling fucking packs down at the fucking disposal store at Bird. It's like, you fucking stupid cunt. And he, way to fucking make it, fucking every cunt fucking pay attention to it now, you fucking asshole.
Yeah.
So kind of ended that for a little while. But they used to get in our house and pinch our shit too, so, you know,
right.
fair.
Yeah. Party foul. Yeah, that's definitely a party foul. kicking someone in the balls while fucking eating contest. God, man. Like,
Yeah.
what kind of idiot do you have to be a fucking poor sport about fucking eating?
Just like I said, he was a dickhead. Like, just fucking, you could never rely on him because of that too. Because is it going to be now? Is he going to fuck it all up?
Right. Um.
Funnily enough, he transferred over into the catering corps, and like I wouldn't eat his fucking food either.
So yeah. There was that. Fucking. I want to see. I want to see the Ukraine bleed BlackRock dry.
Yeah.
I just want to see it happen. Because once that happens, they won't have any money to invest in these initiatives to give to the CIA when the CIA completes another fucking coup.
There's got to be some fucking shenanigans going on with that, because why in the fucking hell would, like, supposedly the most smartest fucking richest fucking entity on the planet, who should be well aware of what kind of fucking things, you know, taking on risks would go and fucking put any fucking penny near the most corrupt country on the planet?
Well, because
Why
it's the most
would they
corrupt
do that?
country on the planet. If they
Yeah,
can bankrupt the country, they can take all the natural resources in the country.
that may be true, but they might have to fight the Russians for it too. So
Oh,
that's the
that's
kind of risk there. And in the meantime, they're just going to get bled
it's
dry
still a
by the fucking
win-win in the
locals.
long run, though, because if a venture capital firm owns a small country that just happens to have like all access mining rights, they have decided that they were going to do something behind the back of the United States in order to do that, right? Because these are two publicly traded United States based companies. Well, guess what? Um, the United States as a country is going to wash their hands of them because you don't go and do bullshit like that, right? You don't go into a country and pull bullshit like that and not get away with it. Like there are there are motherfuckers in prison in the UAE right now because they violated UAE law. And they violated it to the point where our government was like, we are not negotiating for your release. You are there. You can rot in that prison until you've served your sentence.
Yeah, well, that's not uncommon. We do that to drug dealers and fucking drug smugglers in
Yeah.
Indonesia.
Yeah, exactly. But the point that I'm trying to stress is that once these assholes take over, well, guess what? Russia can come in now. The country doesn't technically belong to the citizenry anymore. There's no government that is legally recognized. Um, and now we own it. Now it's part of Russia again.
Well, again, like, yeah, Russia doesn't want all of Ukraine, because
No.
most of Ukraine are actually ethnic Ukrainians and they don't want to be Russian. They had a referendum on this. They only just want the part that wants to be Russian.
Yeah.
So yeah, even in that respect too, like I don't think Russia would be taking over the entirety of Ukraine, because there's still the population they got to worry about.
Right, but if the population is controlled by international conglomerates versus an actual government, I don't think they'd be too happy um, to continue to continue being citizens of a region that is no longer a home but a business to be exploited. Chinese lost 60 billion in investment. Oh, my GPU crashed. Thank you. Fucking unreal.
Fucking
Um,
yeah, that's got to hurt China even more, considering that half their fucking internal currency is counterfeit, and it's government counterfeit too. It came
yeah.
from their own mints.
Yeah, Venezuela having been cooed and then given to the United States on a silver platter by its citizenry is awesome.
You should see some of the fucking toys they were using, some of the new shit that's coming out.
Oh, I
They
know.
Okay, so augmented reality. They got these helmets now that can they
Yeah.
data link with all these drones and shit, and fucking like you can fucking see somebody, but you also can get like augmented views from all these other different angles. So if like you watch this cunt walk behind a shipping container, his ghost will fucking appear, and you'll be able to see exactly where he is behind the obstacles and stuff like that. So
And
what these
then
cunts
you'll make
got
him
fucking
into a real ghost with your drones.
yeah, or you can see something and have your fucking view transmitted to a drone and fucking have it go around and attack, or fucking get a different perspective, and fucking it's all data linked from like dozens of drones, each member of the
Yeah.
fucking section. Fucking even like aerial drones and shit like that. And that was one toy that they were using. Fucking then there was this other sonic weapon that they reckon was like basically just made them all fall asleep effectively.
Yeah.
Fucking oh man. Oh, and they also used a 30 kilowatt laser on them as well to do something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was based on a ship, and it's sort of like, isn't fucking Caracas fucking surrounded by hills? How's that work? But anyway,
Right. You are not wrong, Dester. Actual Venezuelans hated Maduro. They hated the government he built. Um
I like that too
and
because all the fucking air defense crews just decided to suddenly go blind or home. One of the two. Oh, helicopters. Time to go for that coffee break, boys.
yeah.
Fall out now for an hour-long break. Just ignore what's going on up in the air.
uh,
Yeah, well, Cuba looks like they're going to be next.
they do, don't they?
Well, they're asking for it anyways. Like, not like fucking doing shit to fucking warrant getting their asses kicked. They're no shit saying, "Hey, America, can you do us next?"
Yeah. It's only a matter of time before they do start acting like that, though.
Well, yeah, like, fucking all the shit that's happening in Iran at the moment, fucking. It should show people that fucking they don't have to put up with these kinds of fucking regimes anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be here in the United States, though, to be honest. It really needs to be, though. But I just don't see it happening.
Those
Um,
little shoe boxes.
yeah. Did you hear about all the fraud they caught just this last week
Yeah,
in Minnesota? And
yeah, the
then,
hearing centers and all that kind of shit.
no, there was more this week.
Yeah, I heard something this morning that fucking apparently if they shut down the fraud in Minnesota alone, it's going to affect the global fucking economy. It's
It
that
will,
rampant.
yeah. It
Oh, and
will. And
Camel
that's
Toe
just,
bought us. Camel Toe, who's too broke to pay her fucking staff and shit from the last election, that spent $2 billion in 3 fucking months, somehow can afford an $8 million mansion in California. How does that work?
she's
Because that $2
fucking,
billion, most of it went in her pocket.
she's bedtime buddies with fucking, what's his face?
Tampon Tim.
No. Everyone is treating Tampon 10 like a fucking, um, like the plague he is. No, new scum.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did see that. Fucking. Yeah, I was just thinking, those caskets are too big for fucking just ashes. Geez, there must have been some small fucking Cubans. Oh yeah, new scum. Yeah, fucking. Wonder how he's going now that Trump kept fucking blowing up his stash boats.
Yeah, I don't know. We in the last week seized, I think it was what, 6 oil tankers from Venezuela alone.
Well, technically, it's your oil now because you just signed a 50 million barrel agreement with them. So
Yeah, but the fact that this week alone, it was like we took, I think they were either Chinese or Russian tankers, but we took like this week alone like 6 of them.
yeah, the fraud in Minnesota was equal to Somalia's GDP. I think it was a little bit more than 2 halfpennies, a farthing, and 3 pennies, mate.
God damn, farty, brutal. Ouch.
Oh, geez, what do they use for money over there? AK-47. How much is an AK-47? 50. What, bucks? No, cents. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Like, I don't know. Those tankers were a part of the Russian shadow fleet. Oh yeah, so they were Russian.
Yeah, there's an issue with that too, because there's fucking they fuel up at this fucking depot that's like owned by Kazakhstan, and the majority of the oil that fucking is on a lot of those ships is owned by Exxon anyway. So like, yeah, the
Oh
the
god,
one
that's
tanker was
even
full of drones
funnier.
and munitions. There was another tanker that the Ukrainians fucking hit, and that was mostly Exxon oil that they fucking hit. And it was like, you stupid cunts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they were full of drones and munitions too. I mean, like, this is going to be the new sort of warfare that's coming out. I alluded to this fucking ages ago, and China's already done it. They're looking at fucking the Yanks are looking at doing it, and that's like sort of palletizing missile systems inside of containers, and even like drone launches and shit,
Yeah.
using civilian container vessels and stuff like that as fucking subterfuge to get inside of fucking defense zones and whatnot, especially if they're supposed to fucking show up, like, as in like a container ship showing up to, like, say, Port Botany in Sydney or something like that.
Right.
I've been wargaming something like that for fucking decades, actually. Because how many people do you reckon you can fit on a container ship? It's a great fucking troop ship. Indonesia
Yeah.
could have done it to us.
You could fit what, at least 1,000 people on a container ship.
Yeah,
You figure.
time 10 that.
No, I know. You figure you can put a good couple dozen, we'll say about 50 people in a container, and that's comfortably.
Oh no,
Because
you have the whole fucking thing downstairs, all decked out as like just fucking like bunks, billets, and fucking mess halls and
well, I
shit
know.
like that. Have a, like proper troop ships. You could have
I'm
10,000
just
people on there easy.
right. I'm just counting containers as possible. Um. Uh.
Yeah, the
As
bottom layer of
possible storage.
your bottom few layers of containers have all your logistics and supplies and foodstuffs and all that, and the top layers that have your palletized fucking weapon systems and whatnot, like cruise missiles and shit. And China's actually now come out in the last month or so, and they're trialing an actual proper fucking weaponized thing where, like, you got supports along like big frameworks that you tie the containers to along decks of these fucking things. Instead, they've got like fucking missile batteries, like fucking ballistic missile batteries in there, and they're looking at palletized fucking units with like CWIS and other gun platforms on there where
Yeah.
like they'll have 2 container unit, one's the generator and one's the fucking control room kind of thing with a fucking close in weapon system sitting on top of it. Radar, palletized radars and fucking shit like that. They can configure the ship that whichever way they want. Now the thing does stick out like dog's balls because, like, well, fuck, those missile tubes, like the silos, are fucking sticking up outside the deck, and they're clearly fucking seen, and we know which ship this is. But fucking the whole point of it being palletized is that you can just take a normal ship and just put a whole bunch of these things on there and claim fucking ignorance.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one way to do it.
So yeah, the next naval war is going to be more like civilian ships instead of fucking actual naval vessels and whatnot.
Yeah, it only makes sense.
It's
But
silliness about the only silliness about this fucking bloody Freedom class battleship, or whatever it fucking called, the Trump's new battleship thing, which isn't really a battleship as per se. It's more like a giant missile barge. So it still doesn't carry enough missiles.
yeah.
Fucking
Sorry,
what they literally need is just barges with just VLS, just fucking banks upon banks upon banks of VLS, like the shit that they sail up the Mississippi. Those kinds of barges with just like fucking like hundreds of fucking missiles on them and nothing else. And then you just hardwire that to like an Arleigh Burke or a Ticonderoga cruiser or something like that with its Aegis radar, and you use the targeting systems on that with an umbilical to fucking just fire these missiles.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that myself too, Des, and it's fine. YouTube isn't going to be relevant for much longer. It's MySpace moment is coming. But we are going to head out for the evening. I want to thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. We will be back again by next weekend.